I'm back. I'm back. Kind of. Things aren't working. Things are broken. I come back and everything's just broken. My tablet exploded. The battery in the tablet exploded. So the tablet, I'm like, why does it look all weird? I'm pushing things and it's not working. I take it off the stand and it's like, it looked like it just blew out. So I got another tablet that I had just laying around and this one won't start up. So whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Smokey, I don't even want to talk about the rain. We just found out it's going to rain all fucking week while we're down in Myrtle Beach. It's going to rain all weekend. Our whole vacation's fucking ruined. We're not even on the vacation yet. Yeah. Bro. It's been a very, 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 very busy week. And then we're still not done. Well, at least that's the one nice thing, that while we're on vacation, we can just breathe for fucking 5 seconds. We have been all over the goddamn place. I got invited to the Arc Raider fucking test, to play test, that I've been trying to get in for months. I got invited on Thursday. You know how long I played the game? You know how long I got to enjoy the play test? 30 minutes. I played the tutorial, I shut it off. I said I'll get back to it on the weekend. The weekend never came. Never fucking came for me. So I got to play 30 seconds or 30 minutes of a game I've been paying attention to since October of last year. I've been actually talking about this game. People are like, what the hell is Arc Raiders? What the hell? And now everybody and their baby mama knows what the fuck Arc Raiders is because of this weekend. And apparently the numbers were fucking huge. Huge. People are loving this game. It was when I was playing Exoborn, a lot of people had been in the previous playtest for Arc Raiders and they were comparing the two and saying the Arc Raiders is way better than Exoborn. I'm like, I don't know. But from what I'm hearing, first off, Marathon's in fucking trouble, which sucks because, you know, I was really excited for that one, but they didn't let me in the alpha, so fuck them. Fuck you, Bungie. Fuck you. You tried playing games with people, number one, by only allowing the big streamers to get access to your playtest, and it backfired. Because everybody got access to Arc Raiders. Everybody got access to Arc Raiders, right? And everybody loved fucking Arc Raiders. So, what's that dumb term? Play stupid games, win stupid prize. I hate that, but that's kind of where we are. Bungie, you fucked up, man. You should have let everybody play your fucking beta or your playtest. But I don't know. I don't even know if allowing everybody to play it is going to save that game. Apparently, they need to make huge. I'm not watching. I didn't watch any gameplay. I don't even know what the fucking game looks like. I just know from a previous Marathon guy, I was excited to continue in the Marathon world. But whatever. Fuck it now. Who cares? So there you go. That was the weekend in gaming. We got a couple new games. Arc Raiders stole the show. Bungie is in trouble, big trouble, and that's about it. I think that's what happened. May the 4th be with you was yesterday. Who here celebrated Star Wars Day? I didn't. I don't know. I'm raising my hand. I didn't. Smokey, good morning. Good to see you, man. So, you got into it too? Yeah. I was so excited. I got the email. I'm like, yes. I fired it up. I've been here for a half hour. And the wife said, we got to go. I'm like, oh man. And that was it. That was the weekend. The weekend's a blur. So yeah. And today's Cinco de Mayo, and we have a soccer game tonight. We have practice and something else going on tomorrow. We have another soccer game on Wednesday, and then the wife and I fly out on Thursday. So we're busy as fuck right now. I don't have time for nothing. Also, the fans in my AIO went bad. I've been hearing this clicking noise and I was nervous. I thought it was the water pump going bad. So yesterday I got some time to tear it apart and the fans were bad. One thing after another. So I got some replacement fans. It's much quieter. It sounds better. The temps are down. So we're good. What else did we do? We had a birthday party for my my nephew's 1-year birthday. Was Saturday. That was fun. I got to see my mom and my grandma for a little while. What else did I do? What else did we do? That's as much of the fun stuff as I can remember. Everything else is work. Mark for life's been sick since Thursday. Mark, I'm sorry, man. Feel better, Marky Mark. That's right. James, good morning, buddy. I saw you loaded up Gray Zone. Yes, last night to make sure that the AIO was good. My wife went to bed. It was like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, I'll be up there in a little bit. I got to get this fucking done so I can stream in the morning. You know, I haven't streamed in fucking a week. I got to get this done. So I put it all together. I slap it all together. I throw it in here, and I run the 3 most CPU intensive games to make sure that it's working right. And I think Gray Zone Warfare is probably the best when it comes to CPU. Just hop in a chopper and go somewhere, and that'll put your CPU in the ultimate stress test. Yeah, fuck Cinemark or Cinebench. Fuck Cinebench. If you really want to stress test your PC, play Gray Zone Warfare. That's the best way to do it. That's what I recommend. So yeah, she worked. She ran good last night. So we're in business. Penguin, what's going on, man? Not much. We're just getting the day started. Did you make that title, or is it a joke? It's kind of both. It won't let me put Gringo. Apparently, Gringo is a slang term, and it's a derogatory term, which is fucking stupid. Gringo should not be. I'm gonna keep saying it all the fucking day. I don't care. I don't care if I get canceled. Fuck it. It was Happy Cinco de Mayo, you gringos. It's the same title I have over at YouTube because YouTube's cool. You know, I can't believe I'm saying that YouTube's cool. Yeah, YouTube doesn't give a shit. But I put gringos in my title over at Twitch, and they're like, this is not allowed. It's outside of the parameters of the Twitch agreement, and blah 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 blah. So I tried changing the O to a 0 and the I to a 1, and it still catches it. So I said, fuck it. So I just in parentheses, I just took their shit, and I was like, there you go, guys. Twitch won't allow me to say gringo. Fuck them, and fuck you. Fuck everybody. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. I'm out of here. Fuck it. Oh, it was a great weekend though. Even though I didn't get a chance to really like do anything like indoors, I was outside all weekend, and it was great. I got the lawn's done. The lawn's fucking awesome. And then I'm halfway through the lawn. It's the first mow, so I have to bag up all the grass and shit because there's a lot of it. So I'm almost done. The wife comes home. She goes, my car is making this really high-pitched whine when I turn to the right. I'm like, oh, God damn it. So I immediately like I rush to finish my lawn job. And then I start tearing the wife's car apart. She has both lower ball joints are bad on her car. And then I had to replace a CV axle joint as well. So that was a 2-day process. Out there throwing tools around. God damn it. It was a fucking busy weekend. So, and then that was Wednesday, I think. That's why I was like, guys, there's probably no chance I'm gonna be streaming this week. I mean, I got so many things going on. So that's why I bailed on you guys last week, is that I did just everything fucked up at the same time. So there you go. Yeah. No, it's big updates for the game also. For Gray Zone, yeah, there's weather now or something. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention. Cody Trahan, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a great stream. Twitch is stupid, man. Like I was trying to come up with for reasons. I was trying to come up with pros and cons of number one streaming. I'm starting to contemplate whether I should continue streaming or not. It's been 4 fucking years. But anyhow, so I was looking at that, and I was looking at like, should I go full time on YouTube? And there's pros and cons for both. But man, Twitch is really dropping the fucking ball. I mean, they know they got everybody, right? Because not many people want to stream exclusively to Kick or to what was that far right one, Rumble, right? Rumble. No one wants to do Twitch or Kick or Rumble. YouTube's kind of it's kind of a mess over there. Better quality, you can get way better quality streams over there. But Twitch has got you. They got you locked in because they know that everyone's going to stream to Twitch, so they can drag their feet on. I don't know, like quality improvements and things like that. So, I mean, Twitch is just kind of like whatever, you know? Either you stream here. We're not going to upgrade. We're not going to renovate the building. You go ahead and you stream out of this shack. Because we know you're always going to come back. But I mean, their app doesn't work right on the phone. People tell me I don't watch on my phone, but the quality sucks. You can only send 8 megabytes up. You can't do any higher than 1080p unless you're in a special program. Like it's crazy, man. Meanwhile, YouTube, you can go over there, you can stream 4K at 100 fucking megabytes. They don't give a shit. And then you get this, and then you get this fucking asshole. You get this cocksucker right here who wants to come in here and start fucking advertising shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. No one likes you.
I work alone.
No one, you're adopted. No one likes you. Man, I'm fucking saucy today. I'm pissed. It's been a fucking crazy week, and I'm at wit's end. Fuck this guy. Get him out of here. Fuck him. I don't care. I can't even tag people on YouTube on mobile. You can't do a lot of things. That's the problem. They have the quality over there. Now, if they could, if Twitch would take the quality streams and allow us to stream at a higher bit rate and attach that to Twitch would be rocking, man. But right now they get beat out by everybody else when it comes to the quality stream department. But I don't think it really matters because I just for shits and giggles to go, okay, so I've never heard of this person. Let's check this person out, bro. I see people that are streaming 1080p at 1500 megabytes. It's just a pixelate. It's just pixels. You can't see shit. You can't see what's going on. But because it's a female in the camera, guys are like, take my money. I don't care. I don't care about the gameplay. I'm just here to stare at that little box with you in it. Fuck it. What's the downside of Kick? Nobody watches it. Nobody's over there. Nobody. As a matter of fact, I have a little beef with it's not Kick's problem. It's my fault. I fucked up. But I tried multi-streaming last year or 2 years ago during my DMZ days. And because I streamed to Kick, because so many people were like, dude, you got to stream to Kick. You got to stream. That's where the future is. That's where it's at. I took a risk and I fucking lost. So because I was multi-streaming and it was against the terms of Twitch, when it came time for me to get my Twitch partnership, I didn't get it because I broke the fucking rules. So that fucked me out of Twitch partnership, and that sucks. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm spicy today. That's all there is to it. How's the pollen in Michigan? It's shitty. It's shitty, man. And we had rain all weekend. I had to go help Big Almac with his camper on Sunday. he's going camping and he needed help with his heater and his water heater. Couldn't get him running, right? I pull up, I get out, I'm like, I hear something. I hear gas. Is that your water heater? He goes, yeah, they're fixed. Like, drove all the way over here. And he's like, hey, but I have this backup camera that I want to put on my camper. Will you help me with it? I'm like, yeah, okay. So I ended up installing, I should have taken before and after. I took a before picture, but I didn't take the after picture. But I did a pretty solid job. I didn't have to drill any holes. I utilized a tail light, or a running light in the back of the camper, and it looks factory. It looks awesome. So I pat myself on the back there. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time. I love custom installs. That's what I live for it. I live for it, man. I've heard tons of good stuff from them, and I thought Rumble would have taken off more after Doc joined. You know, that's the reason I did too. I don't like mentioning his name because we don't really. Yeah, we're done with that guy over here. But when I saw he signed a deal, I was like, maybe I need to get over there. So I started streaming there. Nothing. Then I had another guy come in. And he's like, dude, you got to start streaming on Rumble. Like that's the future, man. That's everyone's gonna be going over there. And then I pull it up, and like, Rumble is a very niche streaming, and it's meant for more far right political shit. So like, I'm like, I'll give it a shot, man. But nah, there's nobody over there. Unless you're over there to watch, Ben Shapiro or Charlie Kirk or, like, if you're over there to watch some extreme shit, You're not there to watch me. So like, it didn't make sense. So I cut that. But I've tried. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, when you're in the business, when you're in this business, you have to try everything that you can to succeed. And it's hard. It's very hard. There are 3 types of streamers that are going to make it. I won't go through the list because when I told my wife, she's like, you better not say that on stream. Like, I won't. But in my 4 years I've been doing this, I found there are 3 common traits between successful streamers. Yes, 3 of them. And I'll let you guess because I'm not, again, I told my wife I wouldn't mention them because one of them is very, I mean, it could be looked at as bad, but I mean, I'm selling truth over here. That's all there is to it. I don't give a shit. That makes sense. Someone I know did that and got Twitch partner. Well, because you can now, but 2 years ago, you couldn't do that shit. You weren't allowed to do that shit. So when I was on the regular hitting 100, 110, 120 people and my average was 100, which was crazy, I applied twice and they both kept giving me bullshit reasons. And then I pushed the matter. I broke the rules. Only person I kick is Oni. Right. It's all him. Huge gaming chair. Cody Trahan got one of them. That's the one that I took my wife. Like, all right. Well, Cody got the first one, so it doesn't really matter. So here are the 3 things in the 4 years that I've been streaming. 4 years I've been streaming. These are the things that I found out. Okay, number 1, I was doomed from the start, and here's why. The most successful streamers and the people that are successful in streaming, number 1, they were streaming well before COVID. COVID is when everybody and their baby mama started streaming because they were all stuck indoors, right? So the people that were streaming before COVID they had the opportunity to create an audience, a community before everybody else jumped in. Number 1, you were streaming before COVID. Number 2, female. I know it sounds sexist, but like I said, you go out there and watch some random girl stream. Just try it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And there was somebody in our community, kind of, we found out she was cheating. I found out she was cheating. Other people don't believe me, but there was a girl that was involved in our community that I caught fucking cheating, called out during her stream, cheating. And she threw on a little bit of makeup, enlarged her camera a little bit, and boom, she took off. True story. Even cheating, got caught cheating. Took off. And I'm not talking about Nadia because that no one cares about her anymore, but yeah. And number 1, the number 1, it's kind of a, you have to play a popular game, but it's Call of Duty, man. If you want to be popular, you want to stream and you want to make it, you have to play Call of Duty. That's all there is to it. Maybe not necessarily Call of Duty, but you have to play one of the top 3 or 4 extremely popular games. But I use Call of Duty as reference because I lived it. When I was playing Call of Duty, we went fucking through the roof. We were doing fucking huge numbers, crazy shit. Even though it was DMZ, it was still Call of Duty, right? And then as soon as I leave Call of Duty, guess what happens? Numbers go to the toilet. Now, don't get me wrong. I love you guys. And there's a lot of you diehards that have been here from the very beginning, and I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. But you guys have been here for the ride. You know what I'm talking about, right? When we switched over from PUBG to DMZ, we went through the fucking roof. As a matter of fact, I think I had like 600 followers at the time. And then we did the one chip challenge, and I got like 400 fucking followers in 3 weeks. It was stupid. At the end of January of what, 23? 22? I don't even remember when I started streaming. I think it was 23. At the end of January, I had to hit 1,000 followers. 1,000, and I did the one chip challenge. We're at 4,100 right now. So for that year, I got like 2,500 followers, if not more. It's crazy. But again, yeah, Rick James made 400 accounts. So those are the 3 things. Those are the 3 things if you want to make it big in streaming, those are those three things that you have to, those are the guidelines. Those are what you have to follow. One of them is unobtainable because, you know, can't go back in time. The other two are very obtainable, but you have to want that. Well, one of them you don't have choice over either, but if you want to make it big, you have to be good at the game. You have to be charismatic. You have to be fun to watch, right? You can't just be great gameplay. And you got to play Call of Duty. That's it. There's your recipe. Peak sucks. Peak sucks 1. Peak sucks 2. Peak sucks. Everyone's there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Cody's been streaming for damn near as close as I have. Cody's been out here for a long, long time. So I don't know. I don't know if you've known that, if you start transitioning. I see that. I don't know if you've seen that or if you agree with my list, but from what I have seen with my own two fairly decent eyes, that's how you succeed. That's how you succeed in this business. That's how you do it. Trying to be a variety streamer is pretty stupid nowadays. I know that's what I am. That's what I tried to do because I still haven't found a fun game that I can play on a daily basis. We find games that are fun for, you know, a couple days, a week, but then it's time to move on to something else. Nothing has quite grabbed me like PUBG or DMZ. Those are the two games that I could play every day, back to back, and just have a fucking blast doing. I haven't found any games like that. We found fun games, but nothing that I could play every day and be excited to wake up in the morning. Rick James with the ring subbing for 32 months. Look at this motherfucker. He's been around for a minute. A minute. He definitely gets some big ones. Yeah. That kind of surgery can be done over the weekends. I got boobies, but they won't give me any views for sure. You never know until you try. You never know. You never know until you try. I say make it big is subjective. You know, 500 could be making it 1K, 2K, or 40K. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, I mean, if you want to like go shoot to the top, you got to have. I see some of these accounts at night. Some of them are Spanish, and a lot of them are playing GTA role playing. I see 40 to 50,000 fucking viewers at a time. At one time. Some of these streamers that I used to watch before I started streaming, these are pre-COVID guys, right? I maybe hit 1,000. And the guys that are doing more than that are playing Call of Duty. Yeah. Yeah. Viewbots, maybe, but they're so consistent all stream long. Go watch Hollywood Bob. That boy, he's anywhere between 800 and 1,500 viewers at a given time. Okay, he deserves it. Very funny guy, great at the game, doesn't rage too bad. Great guy, right? He deserves every bit of, you know, what he's been working for. But you watch him and you watch that fucking cinematic, that little emote. It's constant. Welcome to the Bubbarazzi. Welcome to the Bubbarazzi. And it's over and over and over, and it takes up that screen like the whole game. His whole stream is just people fucking, and maybe I don't know. I don't want to put that idea out there, but at night I'm seeing these guys playing the GTA RP, and I mean they're hobbled together streams. Again, I mean, like I put a lot of time, effort, and resources into developing this, and I see guys that are in there with this $5 webcam, and their capture card's crappy. It cuts off half the screen, you know, and they got 50,000 people watching them play. Like, my mind is blown. Like, what are you doing? How do you get that many viewers? Like, I'm over here trying to make a movie quality production stream, and these guys just throw it together in 2 seconds, and then boom, 50,000 people. I don't know. Witchcraft. I say witchcraft. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But either way, my rant is over. I'm done. I got it out of my system. That's how it is. Not with that attitude. So what did you guys do over the weekend? What is everyone doing? Smokey said he got into Arc Raiders, and he didn't play it at all. I got in, played for a half hour. I'm really saddened by that. Like Marathon did their beta, their play test for like a week, and you got like 4 days, 4 days with Arc Raiders. That's it. So those are over. And again, it looks like Marathon's in trouble. Arc Raiders is the new sweetheart in town, which I kind of figured is going to be. My kid turned 18. We drove 8 hours to Calgary so he could hit the bars. It was a pretty good time. Nice. 8 hours to go drinking with your kid. That's that's awesome. Congrats, man. So is it that in certain territories up there the drinking age is different? I was always under the oh, okay. See, I was always under the impression that all of Canada was 18, because I remember when I was a kid, being in Michigan, we could drive 2.5, 3 hours, be across the border, and just party hard. But again, that was 30 years ago. Yeah, 19 BC, where I'm from, in Alberta is 18. I gotcha. That's weird that it's only by a year, but still much lower than the 21 it is here in the States. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So it's just certain areas. Start playing 33. Wow, yes, it is turn-based and it is challenging for normal difficulty, but absolutely gorgeous and engaging for a turn-based game. 33, huh? 21 is wild, because I mean the saying down here goes like you're at 18, you're old enough to die for your country, but not old enough to drink. And same thing with marijuana. I don't want to start anything here, but marijuana in a lot of the states, the blue states, I guess you'd say, it's 21. It's great that it's legal. It's great that and it should be, as it should be. It's legal. But 21 is the age, which is kind of weird to me. What are you gonna do? I honestly don't. I don't care. I do and I don't. As a parent, it's gonna kind of sound terrible, but when you turn 18, you're a fucking adult, and you could be, you can be drafted, for fuck's sake. I don't care. I'm kind of a chill dad when it comes to that kind of stuff. You've reached manhood. Why should we dictate you can't drink alcohol for 3 more years? You can go get yourself a mortgage. Go get yourself a full-time job. Go bust your hump. But at the end of the day, you can't come home and have yourself a stiff drink. Okay. Yeah. I don't play that game here. Actually, Cody, funny story. Down here in the US, and now that everything's fucking upside down and ass backwards, we're going to see a lot more kids living with their parents until they're probably in their mid-20s. But yeah, right now it's crazy down here. We see a lot of kids that are out. The wife and I see a lot of kids that are out. They don't have full-time jobs, or they're part-timers. They drive new cars. They have nice clothes. They have the brand new iPhone. They're going into stores. They're going to Starbucks, spending $10 on coffees and shit. We're like, how do they afford that? I don't get it. And then we find out they live with their parents, and their parents don't charge them rent and things like that. So that's how. A lot of these kids will stay at home until they're basically removed, But I don't see any saving. There's no saving anymore. No one's saving money. It's they get money in their hand, it starts burning a hole in their pocket, and they got to go out and spend it. I don't get it. I mean, we when you turn 18 in this house, first off, when you graduate, right? If you're 18 before you graduate, that's fine. But once you graduate high school, It's either a job or school. If you're going to go to school, then you can stay here rent free. If you're not going to go to school and you're going to get a job, you're paying rent. That's all there is to it. I have 2 kids to pay rent right now. Not that I need it, but we got to teach them, right? You got to teach them responsibility. If they're getting a free ride when they leave here, you're doing them a disservice. They're not going to understand. So I sit down and I do budgets with these kids. My wife is amazing with them because, I mean, she's in the business. So she does budgets with them. She goes over their savings, goes over their numbers, goes over their credit cards. Like, what are you doing? Why are you putting money on your credit card? What are you doing? Do you really need that purchase? Do you really need to make that purchase? No, you fucking don't. Put it back. But there are parents up here that frown on that. They're like, you charge your kid rent? What kind of a parent are you? And I'm like, the kind that doesn't want their kid to fucking fail when they leave my house. Like, I don't do it for the money. I don't need their money. I don't need their money, but I need them to understand. I need them to learn. I need them to know that when they go out there in the real world, there's bills to be paid. When they leave a fucking window open. Like, hey, the furnace is running all night. Why was the window open? Oh, I forgot to close. Oh, okay, that sucks. $50. Cough it up, tough guy. We're not that extreme. We're not that extreme. But we need them to understand that, you know, you gotta take care of your money. You know, you can go out there and be a consumer and consume everything and then not have a place to put everything at the end of the day when you get kicked out of your house or apartment. But you got to teach them right. And letting your kids be freeloaders and then getting tired of it when they're 25 and going, you need to leave. That's kind of on you. That's kind of on you for allowing them to do that, you know? So again, I mean, we're leaving. We're leaving this godforsaken state in a couple of years. And I keep telling the kids, they're like, are we coming with you? Like, you can if you want, but we're not supplying, we're getting a small 2-bedroom house. And if you guys want to tag along, which is fine, I love you guys, that's great. You're getting your own place. You're getting your own, no. We're getting rid of the big house. We're downsizing, man. We're getting rid of this fucking house. Because once everyone leaves, this house is it's already too big as it is. And that's not a flex, I'm just saying. You know, when you have a house full of people, it doesn't seem that big, but as they start to leave one by one, and right now it's basically just me, my wife, and my daughter, just the 3 of us, because the other guys are working and they have odd schedules, they're gone, and it's a big house for 3 people. We have dinner and I have to shout, pass the salt. We want to downsize and get a much smaller house. No, anyhow. We don't know, Rowdy. So the wife and I, we're going to start looking for places. California was where I originally wanted to go. That's where I'm from. That's where I wanted to go back to Cali. But the cost of living is so crazy out there that it just doesn't make sense right now. Maybe in the future, but I don't. Who knows? So we want to go East Coast. We're thinking the Carolinas, maybe Georgia. There's a lot of pros and cons on the East Coast. So the wife and I are going to Myrtle Beach. We're going to South Carolina on Thursday. We're going to be there until Monday. We're going to be there for 4 days. And now it's going to rain. It's going to rain all week. So like, great. So we're just kind of scouting. We're just looking for places we want to move to. But we're getting the fuck out of Michigan. I'm sick of it. I'm getting too old. In the words of Danny Glover, I'm getting too old for this shit. I've been raising kids for 25 years. I'm ready for my golden years. So we'll see. But we're not going to have a very good experience looking for places to live when it's rainy. We're going for the sun, damn it. So there you go. And good morning to you, Roddy Joe. How you been, man? Good to see you again. Yeah, getting out of the snow belt will be great. Yes. Now there's pros and cons to all of it. Obviously, the big one is the legality issues when it comes to the Bible Belt states. Politics politics don't align quite, but I can get around the politics. It's certain other things that we'll see. So I don't know. It's tough. We look at places that like we want to move to that are similar to in like Michigan politics, and they're all landlocked or California. So I don't know. Hey, we hit the lotto though. We're going right to Cali. Been raining the last few days here. Yeah, the whole weekend. It was off and on. March. Yeah, it was. I got to run. Thanks for keeping me company. Catch y'all later. Cody Trahan, thank you for being here, man. Good morning to you. Happy Monday. Hope the rest of the week goes great for you. Have yourself a taco or a cerveza to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Here's to all the gringos. I told you I was going to say it all day. I don't give a fuck. It's Monday. No fucks will be given. It's been a long, hard week. I'm probably drinking something that I shouldn't be drinking in my coffee, but that's fine. My grandma's not here to tell me not to. My wife's definitely not here to tell me not to. That's right, gringo bitch. Oh, man. So, I don't know what works, what doesn't work. I'm still a mess. Oh, that needs to be moved. I don't even know if I have audio. I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything. Like I said, I finally fixed my computer last night. Thank God it wasn't the water pump, just some fans. So I gotta send those in and get those replaced. But I have a control over here on the desk. I don't know what it's for. I'm missing something here in front. Oh, it's my speaker that's charging. I don't know. I'm all over the place. Yeah, all three of my boys, one is 22, 21, still live with me, but they pay rent, all their own bills, and help pay for groceries. Plus, they still have rules and chores, no free ride. Exactly. Same here, brother. Same here. They have chores as well. We gave them the option. They can either help around. They can either do, a chore a day or several things to help out around the house and pay a certain dollar amount for rent, or they could have their rent upped by $25 a week and not have to worry about chores. There's one guy that chose that, and that's the guy that's always broke. Oh, so yeah, it's something you got to do, Rowdy. And they're welcome to stay, right? I mean, there's probably going to be an age where I'm like, all right, guys, you're going to need a little nudge out of the nest, right? But for the first few years, they want to get on their feet and they want to put together some money for
whatever. That's fine, but you're going to pay your way. You're going to contribute. You're going to pay your way. You're going to help out. I'm doing my best to make sure that I don't raise the next generation's asshole. Right? We just want to make sure that our kids have a solid place in society, are not going to be fucking assholes. That's my goal anyhow. So I'm with you, brother. Got to teach them. Or the next gen bump. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Last thing I need is a kid calling me at 25, 26-year-old. Hey, can I borrow some money? Why? How's your job going? I haven't worked in a few weeks. Like, there's nothing available. I don't know who this is. Me speak no English. Click. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. So. And for the parents that always question me, and I see their kid getting into their Cadillac and driving their Cadillac to the store to go buy more shit they don't fucking need. Yeah. I see you. I see you over there. Anywho. What are we doing today? I've been yakking. I've just been yakking. Again, I don't know if anything works. What new games are you guys playing? I got so much shit on this computer. I started messing around with the VR headset. I got a couple of games for that. Started messing around with that and never went back. I see there's a lot of games that you can download mods to play certain games in VR. One of them being Far Cry 6. That sounds interesting. Splinter Cell, the original Splinter Cell. They worked on some mod to make it
run and play better and look better. I downloaded that and I started working on that a little bit. I kind of got to the end of schedule 1. I'm getting to the point now where I've kind of reached the end of the early access. There's not a lot to do at this point. I've unlocked everything. I've done everything. Now it's just kind of a grind, and there's nothing else to work towards. I kind of hit the end of there being anything else to do in schedule 1. So I think we're gonna put that one back on the shelf for a little while. We're gonna let that dude do what he's got to do. And when the next update comes out, maybe we'll revisit it. Arc Raiders is gone now. I'm looking at all the shortcuts I have on my desktop. About to start Oblivion. There you go. Have fun. Those games just aren't for me. I tried. There's just I don't know. I like the aspect, and they're just, in a game like that, I need a little more hand holding. I need to know what to do. Like, there's a lot of times where I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, this doesn't tell me where to go. And then I happen to by chance figure it out. And then it's so empty. There's all this area. There's nothing happening. There's a lot of emptiness to those types of games. And I have an aunt that pisses me off every time I think about it. My uncle died a few years back, and they have a son that hasn't had a job in 20 years now. He's 36, still living at home, and my aunt still buys him cigarettes and everything. I can't. I see that happen around us as well. Not quite that age, but I see parents that enable their kids to be fucking bums, man. I know a kid. I'm not gonna try not to get too into it, but this situation really pisses me off. Is that the mom allows the kid to do what he wants, doesn't make him shower, and he gets a free ride. He basically sleeps all day and then just plays video games all night long. That's it. I can't get behind that. You're harming your child. And he may not be technically a child, he's an adult because he is over 18, but you're fucking your kid up by allowing them to do that. There's really no excuse for that. That's your laziness or your unwillingness to help mold your child, into something. I just can't fathom it. It just pisses me off every time I think about it. I hear this kid's name and I'm just like, oh, good Lord. Emptiness is what I liked about Skyrim. It felt like a true wilderness. Walk around until you stumble upon something cool. How can someone live like that? Like, do you not want to do anything with your life? Do you not want something better for your kids? That's their life, man. Their whole life is video games, and it's sad. It's sad. It's you almost have to, like, even as an adult, they live in your fucking house. It's your rules, You almost have to, like, take their shit from them. Turn off the Wi-Fi. Take their shit from them. No, you're not going to stay up all night playing video games and sleeping all fucking day. No. As a matter of fact, I'm going to sell your shit so you could pay rent. And tomorrow, you and I are going to go, since I have a day off and I have nothing better to do with my day off, we're going to get in a car. We're going to drive around fucking town. We're going to find you a goddamn job. No more. Video games are entertainment, and entertainment comes after responsibilities. Your responsibilities come first, not video games. Well, I'm gonna. What about the pro players that make big money? Yeah, there's like 0.25% of the players. Like, no, you're not gonna. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be negative, but you're not a professional video game player, and you're never going to be. Get a fucking job. Sorry. Needless to say, he doesn't talk to me very much because every time I see him, I tell him he's a piece of shit bum. And the lazy fucker has a degree in computer programming. I mean, how many people are looking for people to work from home with that degree? Come on, man. If it's a thing where you don't like to be around people, I know a lot of people after COVID, they don't like to be in groups, and they just want to be at home. I get that. I understand. I get it. That's fine. And until the mental health care in this country gets better, which it now looking at the things happening in the world is probably never going to be. Let people work from home. And that guy right there, that person right there needs to work from home. Get a job, man. You can sit at your own desk in your pajamas, pants or no pants. They're always optional unless you're on camera, and then, you know, and do your thing. But you can't just float through life on other people. I always, you know, like for those people, what happens when their parents die? Unexpectedly, let's say perfect health, whatever, and they die in a car accident. Who's going to take care of them? The state? Where do they go? Where do those people go? They become homeless, right? Or by chance they are able to get into a home, a halfway house or something, or a homeless shelter or something. But then they're just a burden on the taxpayer. And this is getting very political, so I'm going to try to dial it down a little bit. But those resources are for people that need them, for people that have disabilities, for people that can't take care of themselves, not for people that don't want to take care of themselves. And that's where there's confusion. Sounds like this guy is able-bodied, Joe. Able-bodied guy that just is reluctant to do what he wants to do. It's not that he's physically incapable of doing it. He just doesn't want to do it. That's a problem. Biggest problem is the mentality needed to start way before they were over 18. The sense of responsibility needed to be installed at 8 and 10. That's another reason why I years ago I was telling my wife that, you know, I had a paper route, and those things just don't exist anymore. And then if they do, it's usually adults that are, you know, whatever. But I don't see in the summertime, I don't see kids pushing lawnmowers down the street, going door to door knocking. Can I mow your lawn for 10, 20 bucks? I don't see that shit anymore. I don't see kids raking leaves for money in the fall. I don't see kids shoveling snow in the wintertime. I don't see any of that shit. And that's shit we used to do. We used to hustle, man. We go out after we love the snow because for two reasons. We wouldn't have school, and we'd make plenty of money that fucking day. We go out all day. That was a day we were happy to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you know, shovels in hand, you know, some hot cocoa ready to go. And we go knocking on doors. Hey, can we take care of your driveway for 15 bucks? 2 or 3 of us would fucking knock that out. Go to the next house. Boom, 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 boom. All day, man. Paper routes, mowing lawns. That's you just created that work ethic very early. And nowadays you don't see any of that shit. It's hard to find places that'll hire kids at 16. I was lucky enough to get a job at 16. I went there when I was 15. I went there every month. Bro, give me a job, man. 16. Give me a job. It's only 3 months away. We'll see you in 3 months. God damn it. Nowadays, man, you can't get these kids out of bed to go find a job. I work from home. It's great. Yeah, I do too. I wish I could work from home, but don't. Can you take care of me, Mr. 1-800? You know what? There's a basement. I have a basement. And cheap. It's cheap. Do you know how to run a lawnmower? Oh, he's very able. He just needs a good foot in his ass. There you go. What snow? Shut up. Get out of here. I don't want to hear that. We deal with snow up through April. I was telling the wife, I'm like, oh, finally some nice weather, and it's only May. You know, we're 4 months in the year and we're finally getting nice weather. But that's Michigan for you. We hired my best friend's son to be our bus boy when he was 16. And yeah, and he's probably what? Club manager now? He's 18 now, so he can handle alcohol. Yeah, well, also working at a golf course, you're going to learn how to handle your liquor very early. The basement, is that with the basket at the end of the rope with a good lotion? Oh no, it's Costco brand. It's not the good stuff. Hey, I live in Louisiana. We get snow once every 30 years. And it melts before it touches the ground. That's funny. We'll be down that way soon. Thursday, as a matter of fact. Well, not quite that far down, but we'll be over there in the Carolinas. Snow in South Texas means hell has frozen over. Yes. Where's Subnuke live? Houston? They got snow this year. Houston. I want to be done with the snow. It's not that I don't like where I live. I don't like the weather. The weather is a big factor for me. So I was born in California, lived there until I was about 12. And then my mom and moved us out here. And I've been miserable for 30 years living here. It's just, I didn't have allergies until I moved here. I didn't have a pot belly until I moved here. Yeah, I like being outside, and as soon as the weather is nice, I'm gone. I'm just, you can't keep me inside. I live outside. I love it. I love the weather. It's great. There's nothing better than working your ass off, getting some projects done around the house in 75, 80 degree weather, sweating all day, and at the end of the day, sitting on your porch or your patio, watch the sun go down with a beer in hand, and it's still 75, 80 degrees outside. I don't know I just love it. Absolutely love it. And we don't get that. It's just snow and cold and just miserable. Just misery. How would you sum up living in Michigan? Misery. But there's 3 nice months. We get 3 nice months here. So, and that's about it. Oh, I just say down there with you. If you look at a map, you see how far north Michigan is. Tennessee is south for us, you know? So I won't be there down by you, but I'll be down there in some nicer weather. And then I say that and I look at the weather and it's going to rain. Just can't get away from it. I was like, we need to cancel our flight right now. She's like, we can't cancel the flight. It did snow a few months ago. Got about a foot, most that we've ever had here. Whole state shut down for a week. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if your infrastructure's not ready for it, or you don't, what are you gonna do? Like, it's just, what we handle it but we live in this environment, so we grew up learning how to handle snow. Where in Texas are you? My friend lives in Temple. Ooh. I grew up on 500 acres for about 30 acres of mowable grass. My great grandmother had another 10 acres of mowing needed, and my ass was on a lawnmower as soon as I was tall enough to see over the steering wheel while sitting on my grandpa's lap. Yes. Yeah, you learn hard work early on, but again, that's the family dynamic. If you're in a family that just sits around and just kind of veggies all day and doesn't go outside and just wants to be in the house watching TV and playing video games, that's what you're going to get, So you either have to break the cycle as an individual and go, I don't want to do what they're doing. I want to do something. I want to better myself and do something different. Or you're going to fall into that as well. I play video games a lot. I do. I play more than I probably fucking should. You look at some of my hours in some of these games, you're probably, whoa, but I don't like going outside in the wintertime. It sucks. I know people that love it. They love to go out and ice fish and snowmobile and ski and snowboard, and I don't like it. I fucking hate the snow. I hate the cold. I hate it. So I stay indoors, and this is what I do. I watch a lot of TV, a lot of movies, and play a lot of games. But when the nice weather rolls around, I'm fucking outside, man. You can't catch me in this house. Except for right now, you caught me. I'm in the house and you caught me red-handed. Worked at a hardware store and we sold snow shovels. Guess how many we sold? All of them that day. 2 hours south of Temple, 45 minutes south of San Antonio. Okay. Still played a shit ton of video games, hunting, fishing, sports year round. There's time for everything if you have good time management. Yeah. Yeah, it's, but I'm married. I mean, when I was a kid, I could get away with that. And I did like going outside more when I was a kid, in the cold weather. And I'd go out and I'd hustle, like I said. But You know, nighttime was before bed. That was, you know, you did your dinner, you made sure your homework was all done, and then your parents would retire to the living room to watch their TV shows or whatever, and then we'd go and play our video games, and that's just kind of how it was. It's balance. You gotta balance it. But I mean, if you wake up in the morning, the first thing you think of is, oh, I gotta put 10 more hours into fucking Schedule 1, you know, and then you don't eat, you don't shower, you don't do it. You just sit here and play video games for fucking 10 hours straight. I can't sit in this chair for 10 hours. People are trying to get me for 4 years, but trying to get me to do a 24-hour stream. I'm like, I'll never survive. It'll never happen. I think the longest I've ever been able to sit in this chair and stream was 7 hours. And I was jonesing. I was taking breaks every 50. I couldn't do it, man. I can't sit here that long. It's crazy. I was talking about as a kid. Oh, yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. 100%. Yeah. I was outside a lot, but I mean, and gaming was different too. Gaming in the 90s was very different, because a lot of the games that you played, you couldn't save, number one, right? And then because memory cards didn't come around until, what was it? TurboGrafx 16, PlayStation, somewhere in that neighborhood. So mid 90s, then you could start saving games and stuff. But before that, you couldn't save your games, and they were hard as shit, right? So like, you only wanted to play for 45 minutes to an hour and then switch games, and you know. So it was different. It was when you had memory cards and you could actually like get in there and save the game and come back and replay it and start from where you left off. And that's when gaming started to become a little more like, oh, now I can't wait to go play that game again. You know, it was different. Memory cards. I remember it snowed here in 87, 2006, and 2025. Wow. Every 20 years or so. Yikes. That's wild, man. But yeah, my life nowadays, like I do have a lot of time to play games in the winter time, but even then we're still pretty busy. We're a very busy, active family. And there's always something going on, especially my daughter keeps us very busy with her academics and her sports. My other guys didn't really play sports. So she's been in soccer since she's been 3, you know, so we and there's multiple seasons. She does soccer year round, doing different programs. So we're always busy doing something there. And then again, her academics, like, stop being so damn smart. And then we also have a lot of family members we try to spend time with, especially now that they know we're going to be leaving in a couple years. Projects. I have so many projects to do. I do most of my own stuff here, except for, you know, certain things I can't do. And then I got a lot of family members that are reaching out to me that, like, can you help me with this? Can you come help me with this? Can you help me with this? And, you know, Big Almac. I did a backup camera on his camper on Sunday. There's always something going on, so it's hard. That's why I don't even play games at night anymore. I used to be able to join up with some of you guys and play, you know, PUBG at night or DMZ or, you know, Gray Zone Warfare or whatever, but I just don't even have that time anymore. The wife and I have been trying to find a way to bring back Jackbox in some form, and we can't commit to anything. Hell, I mean, the last week I can't even commit to being here in the morning. You know, there's just so much shit going on in life. I don't know how some of you guys do it. I don't know how some of you guys are able to play games as much as you do. I'm not throwing any shade or anything. I'm just saying, I don't know. I would have to not sleep in order for me to do it. I don't know. I'll take snow every 20 years over having to worry about hurricanes for 6 months. That's true. That's true. We have tornado season here, but we don't really get a lot. We get 1 or 2 that touch down in the area every year, and it destroys a house or a barn or something, you know, but nothing major to worry about. As a matter of fact, when the tornado sirens go off, I go out on the porch. My wife and kids, they go take shelter I march out of the front porch and say, take me, Jesus. I kid. I don't say that. I'm usually like, fuck you, let's go. Just clone yourself. Yeah, but you see what happens when you clone a clone, right? If you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about, but yeah. When the clones need a clone to do things so they can do what they want to do and they clone themselves, yeah, it gets bad. Beauty of working from home is getting time to play games throughout the day during breaks and slow days. Yes, that's true. Doing what I do, it's great because I get to sit here and just play video games for hours. Category 1 hurricane, that's good. Good kite flying weather. Yeah, you can fly away with the kite. Only one turned out bad. Oh, you guys are killing me. I have no idea what to play. I don't even know. That's why I put in there just chatting today, because I have no idea. I went to bed so late last night trying to get this computer going, and now I'm just like, my wife was assed out when I went to bed. Dog didn't even pay me any attention. Usually she's like, where you been? Where you been? We've been up here waiting for you. She's out. Didn't even acknowledge like went to bed. That's when you know it's been a good week. When everyone's too tired to do anything. 3 to 5, I'm out. Can't play Arc Raiders or whatever. No, they ended it yesterday. I was hoping they'd extend it because I only got to play for 30 minutes. I was bummed. I didn't get a chance to really do anything, but yeah, they shut it down. But I'm just happy that the world finally gets to see what I've been fucking talking about for the last 3-4 months. And it seems like they did pretty damn well. So that's a game that you guys need to put on your wish list and keep track of. That and Exoborn, I think those are going to be really great games at the end of the year. I remember when you said you'd have hella time after the kiddos left. Yeah, and then they didn't. then they didn't. So now we're leaving. Now we're leaving. PUBG's always there. I don't even know if it's fucking hooked up. I have no idea. I unhooked it, and then Peak asked me if I wanted to play, and I was like, yes, let's do it. And then I didn't get it hooked up in time, and then I think I hooked it up. It's over here, and I see a wire coming out of the back of it, but I have no idea. I've been all over the place. I was actually thinking about Hitman. I haven't played Hitman in forever. I was thinking about firing that up. I don't know. I have my VR shit. I started getting that set up for a stream to play some VR games because I found a couple that look pretty interesting. I downloaded Jedi Survivors because people have been telling me that the game's finally fixed and to try the new DLSS 4 on it. So I was like, okay, why not give it a shot? And it's still the same fucking game. I can't. It doesn't grab my attention like the first one did. Schedule 1, I feel like I've gotten to the end of the early access. There's really nothing left to do. So Schedule 1's kind of like, I think I'm just gonna put that on the shelf and wait for another update or two, and when there's something to do. Once you get everything's automated and you've unlocked everything and you've purchased everything, there's not a whole lot to do. It's just a grind, and I'd rather it not feel like a grind. I'd rather have something to do. So what else? Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, they released a big mod for that. I started getting into that a little bit. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, they've been working on a special edition that improves graphics and audio and things like that. I started getting into that over the weekend. I downloaded that and played for 5 minutes. That looks interesting. There's a lot of stuff. I still have to finish Cyberpunk, which we left, that game kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. Yeah. That ending was just horrible. And it's not even the ending I chose. The game fucked up. I don't know. Wow. SMH. Stab Sean Bean in the eye with Hitman. I did another video for that one. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. Very quick and easy Silent Assassin rating on that. I think those videos are probably the most fun that I have making videos, are Hitman videos. I have a lot of fun with it. Waiting for the crime scene cleaner update. Yes, me too. I finally got those. They finally fixed the toaster in the bathtub glitch or bug. So I was able to finally finish that in the achievements. So that game's done. I got 100% of that game. But crime scene cleaner is great. Great. Resident Evil 9 got announced for this year. Same here. Real quick, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. GTA 6, now, as you guys all know by now, it was pushed back from a September release to May of next year, that's fine by me. I don't really give a shit. That's fine. I mean, I like GTA, but I don't really love GTA. Okay. I'm just hoping that doesn't push the PC version back as well. Hopefully they're going to release both at the same time. I've been, ever since they announced, I keep saying that's just one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. How are you going to have $1 billion video game and you're only going to release it on console? That doesn't make any sense to me, at all. So hopefully that will get both of them released at the same time. Otherwise, I think they're making a huge fucking mistake. A huge mistake. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but that's my 2 cents on that. I think it's dumb to release the game on consoles only. Finished over. Crime Scene Cleaner. Good game, man. I do stand by that Ark will make Marathon dead on arrival. Oh yeah, well, Marathon's dead. Ark didn't even need to come out to show that Marathon wasn't up to par. I think Exoborn would have beat out Marathon. But now people know what Ark is. They know what Ark Raiders is, and I'm happy. I'm happy that that's out there, and they got great reviews. So I'm excited. That means that there's gonna be a lot of players day one playing that game, and more people willing to pay money to play the game. What was the bug? You couldn't get the toaster. It was only on Steam. So if you're on PC Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass, the toaster achievement was bugged, but they fixed it on the 22nd, I think, and I didn't see it. And it's still not fixed on PC Game Pass. What I have to do is I had to uninstall the game and then play it via cloud on my PC, and then it popped. So that's if you're on a PC Game Pass, you're playing Crime Scene Cleaner over the last couple weeks, and you want to get that last achievement that's bugged, that's how you have to do it. You have to play it either on console or you have to do it via cloud, and it'll unlock for you. So, yeah, PC, yeah, free PC gaming. It's not fixed on the PC side of things. You have to do it via cloud gaming or on console. Unfortunately, I'm stuck on the third one with Sean Bean. Cannot figure out how to kill him without switching disguises. Are you trying to get like suit only, Silent Assassin suit only? It can be done. You have to use the emetic dart gun to get him to go to the bathroom. It can be done. You have to sneak around. But I have a video up. If you don't mind changing disguise and not getting the suit only, but just Silent Assassin, you can have it done in 3 minutes. It's stupid easy. When I played GTA 5, all I did was play golf. All I did was get in a car and just drive around and listen to West Coast radio. I would just bump my fucking hip hop music and just drive around. That's it. Fingers crossed they postpone it to release it on PC as well. Yes. Yeah, Inc. I'm telling you, man, if they release that on console only, and then 6 months later, I think they're gonna fuck themselves. It's not likely it will have different release dates. Rockstar and PlayStation are known for that. Are you talking about GTA 6? Because that was a thing. Just so you know, they were going to release it on console first at 30 frames. I mean, yeah, even without Arc Marathon already dead. Exactly. It just, they screwed, Bungie fucked that up. Number one, they only allowed the big streamers to access to the, which was, I think was stupid to begin with. And then those people turned on them almost immediately. Look at Shroud. I think Shroud did the most damage to them. If they would have allowed other people besides the big time streamers and, you know, and the pros, you know, play the game, I think they would have fared a little bit better. And they should have been a little more vocal about things instead of hiding in the shadows and waiting for it to be over. But I just, that game, I was excited for it, but with all the problems that they had in development and thing, it was kind of a sign. There's a lot of red flags there. So they need to pull that back, and they need to go right back to the drawing board again. There's just too many things that need to be changed. It's not ready. It's not going to be 6 months ready either. They're better off releasing it this time next year, where you don't have to go up against as many blockbusters, and kind of stick to themselves, and probably make it free to play. I don't know. Plus GTA will be $100. That's fine. Everything's going up, guys. Everything's going up. That's just the way it is. That's the political world we live in right now. And yeah. So also, that game needs to recoup a lot of money. They're saying it cost $1 billion to make. I mean, they need to make their money back. I'm gonna say they knew it would never be ready by September. Yeah. Hear me out. GTA 7 hookers in the car VR. That might work. So the arcade mode has you kill Sean Bean in 3 separate modes. Oh, you're talking arcade mode. I got you. Any method, any disguise, but kill with a pen, and then suit only any method. Got it. So you don't necessarily use suit only, but it doesn't have to be silent assassin, right? Sniper rifle. Easy. If you're not looking to get silent assassin and you don't care about bodies and shit, snipe them. I know. That's why I posted the data chart in Discord. What happened? These folks don't understand extraction shooters when they're making them in TPP. That tells me they don't really understand what makes them great. Well, I mean, like any genre or subgenre, they're gonna make it the way that they want. You know, I said the same thing about BRs. Be anything competitive, like Gears of War and SOCOM were from different eras, so they kind of got away with it. But as we get into more competitive games, TPP is less vital. TPP, I still understand the reasoning in some of these games for TPP, but it just kind of is. It is what it is, you know. Like, I think a lot of people, yourself included, Tarkov is always going to be like the mecca, right? That's the extraction shooter mecca. But unless you want to change and call it a TPP like subgenre of extraction shooters, TPP extraction shooters are here to stay, and it is what it is. Like anything else, it's an extraction shooter, and you're going to have TPP and FPP. But again, like the way that they're categorizing extraction shooters is if you go into a place for a certain amount of time and you extract. That's the only qualification to have an extraction shooter nowadays. But again, I mean, that goes for really anything. Perspective in game doesn't change the genre. I'm not buying GTA. I'm already eating good this year with games. You'll be fine. Doesn't come out till next year. You won't see it till next year. PC version wouldn't be till 2027 for GTA. But that's if they're going to follow. But I'm hoping. What I'm saying is I'm hoping that the reason they're pushing it back by 9 months or whatever is so that they can make sure, number one, make sure the game is ready, but also so they can release console and PC version at the same time. Hopefully, fingers crossed that that's what happens. But it doesn't make sense to me in 2025, and then even next year being 2026, releasing games on console only and followed up by a PC release makes zero sense to me. Because the next generation of console is going to be more PC. They're pretty much PCs now, but it's going to be more PC than what it is now. So games should realistically, they should be built for PCs and then shoehorned into console. Ported, I guess, is the term you use, but not really ported. You're basically just going to be toning down graphics to fit for a console. But I mean, they're pretty much all going to be PC software, right? So it still doesn't make sense to me that they would do it that way. But I mean, I don't know. Arc is TPP and the steampunk Fallout style guns kill it for me. Yes, Arc is Vigor. We'll to name a few: Arc, Vigor, Exoborn. These are all extraction shooters that are in third person. We're gonna get more. I mean, it's not going anywhere, and it's the Asian market that's bringing that TPP mode back in full force because they love TPP over there in the Asian market. So unfortunately, we're gonna see more and more of it, which I don't personally like, but it is what it is. We can't change the industry. TPP will get and attract all the casual folks, so that's good. And that's really what it is. I mean, there are games out there for the hardcore, but it's casual. They're looking for casual audiences. Look at mobile gaming. Mobile gaming is huge because it's casual. Everything's casual. I hear it a lot, and I see the complaints a lot in different circles. But the guys that I have a full-time job and I have a family and I have kids and I just want to go home and I want to play a game for an hour and go to bed. I don't have time to be putting in hundreds and hundreds of hours into some of these games, and I think that's why Call of Duty is still king. Because you can get home, most of it's free anyhow, right? You can get home, you can fucking fire up a game, you can play. What are their matches, like 5-6 minutes each? You can play for an hour, you feel like you've done a lot, and then you can go to bed. So casual audiences are always going to be a thing. But I mean, for you hardcore people that love your hardcore extraction shoot, you have your game. You have Tarkov. Tarkov is your game. So you already have something. So what I would do is whenever you hear about a new extraction shooter coming out, I would just do this. La 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 la. Because it's not going to ever be up to your standards because you already have your game, right? You have your game. If you think camping was bad in the other FPP extracting games, you ain't seen nothing yet in TPP. Oh, Exoborn, bro. Exoborn everything was camped. Everything was camped. But you got to a point where you knew where to go. You just knew the map, so you knew how to avoid a lot of that shit, and then you knew how to kind of counter that. But yeah, I didn't mind Vigor because it had the guns, modern guns. There is no aim down sights in Arc, is there? In Arc Raiders? For the 30 minutes, I played the tutorial. It was just over the shoulder. There wasn't because you have several different. You have ADS, right? You have over the shoulder. You have chest fire. You have hip fire, right? For first person shooter, you have three. Like in PUBG, you have hip fire, you have chest fire, and then you have ADS. For TPP, you have ADS, you have over the shoulder, and then you have like kind of a tighter fit there. I don't know what to call it. Tarkov a bit on the TO hardcore side, but that's out there besides Delta. I can't do that solo. Tarkov a bit on the TO hardcore side, but it's all that's out there besides Delta. And you can't do that solo. I got it. So, okay. Yeah, I prefer arcadey games because again, I don't like having to pour hundreds and hundreds of hours into something. When a game starts to feel grindy, that's when I'm out. When all you feel like you're doing is just grinding and there's nothing else to obtain except for something that's at the end of the rainbow, which is 100 hours away from me,
yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of good games. There's a lot of good games out there. There's a lot of early access games that I pick up from time to time when they do new updates and things like that. Gray Zone Warfare being one of them. Schedule 1's going to be another one that I'm at. Again, I'm to the point now where I pretty much have seen everything that the early access has to offer. There's nothing else there for me. So Schedule 1 is probably going to go back on the shelf for a couple of months until he can bring out some new things to do. And we need a less hardcore, more casual attraction in FPP with as much depth as Tarkov. There's rumors, and I still see a lot of people are getting their hopes up over a DMZ 2.0. That would be it. That's, again, that would, I mean, I think we both came to the conclusion that the only gameplay like DMZ is going to be DMZ. I thought Delta Force was going to be that. Delta Force turned out to be absolutely nothing like that. And there really hasn't been anything else. Exoborn is a lot of fun, but it's not. It's a different type of extraction shooter. But I'm with you. I would love to have a FPP arcadey extraction shooter similar to DMZ. But again, how many of us here got our hopes up that PUBG was going to have a contender at some point, right? And we got a lot of BRs at the time. A lot of them went under. There was a handful that were similar but didn't quite make it. Super People was probably the absolute closest to PUBG, and the superpowers fucked it for most people. It just, I think personally for me, Blackout was probably the closest to PUBG, but more arcadey than we're ever going to get in a BR. That was probably the best option, and that kind of fell flat. Mainly because it wasn't free to play. It was locked behind a game, a full pay to play game. If they would have gone free to play on that, I think that would have been huge. That really should have been the first Warzone. It was the very first Warzone, but it should have had a fighting chance like Warzone did. Good news, my godchild gets married in 2 weeks on a golf course on the driving range. Bringing my driver. There you go. You gonna hit balls at him? Balls that explode into rice. There you go. There's your idea. Biggest thing DMZ was missing was the depth outside of the raids. What are you doing? It needs, well, that's what I liked about it. There wasn't any gear fear. You didn't really care. It was arcadey, man. You went in, if you got killed, you just went back and you just grabbed another gun and you went in and you got a new vest, and it was that's what was great about it. It was for people that just wanted to get in and play for a little bit and not have to, it wasn't stash organization. You could do whatever you wanted to do. If you wanted to go in and find blow torches to bring out to unlock something, that was great. I pretty much liked everything about DMZ. A store outside of it would have been nice, a little something, but it was pretty good the way it was. I think that if they would have kept supporting it and fixing things and giving us different things to do and new events and a wipe every year or something, I think that game would be huge still. Huge. And I would still be playing it, more than likely. So. Now, when you say compete with BR, what do you mean? Because unfortunately, Apex and Warzone still live, plus Hunt Showdown lives. No, I said compete with PUBG. For us diehard PUBG players, because number one, they wouldn't fix things, and it was hard because we were being on console. We were the step kid. We were the step kid getting beat all the time in the corner, while PC was getting all these fun things and whatnot, updates and upgrades, and we were hoping that somebody else would come out with a great military PUBG replacement. And again, Apex Legend is nothing like PUBG. It's a BR, but again, kind of like what we're talking about here. Metal Josh is saying that extraction shooters aren't like Tarkov, right? But they're in the same genre. They're just very, very different. Fortnite's very different than PUBG. Apex Legends is very Hunt Showdown, but Hunt Showdown is an extraction shooter. It's not a BR. So I'm just saying games that we were hoping that would be similar to PUBG
so we can go play that instead. We didn't really have a lot. We had Super People, Ring of Elysium, I guess. That was kind of close, but Blackout was probably the closest. That's the thing. No Gear Fear takes the intensity and urgency out of the game. That's what makes extraction shooters what they are. Technically an extraction shooter is going in and coming out. So anything that happens between then and there would be a subgenre, right? So I guess at this point we have hardcore extraction shooters, and then we have arcadey, I guess. So I think some people would put Tarkov, Delta Force, in Arena Breakout in the hardcore section, right? And then you have everybody else in the casual arcadey extraction shooter. And I think that's what a lot of people wanted. There's a lot of people that don't want to have the gear fear. They want to be able to go in and not have to necessarily take big risks. They want to play and they want to get involved. They want to fight. They want to do this and that, but they don't want there to be a huge risk. And I think that's what part of the thing about DMZ, the DMZ's charm, was that there wasn't a lot of gear fear. For some people there are, but most people there wasn't any gear fear. There wasn't a whole lot of things that you had to do. You went in to unlock certain things, the ability to to craft vests and things like that. But after that, there wasn't a whole lot to do. Godchild also said, stay away from shades of blue and white. She already knows I'm going all blue. There you go. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. I appreciate the clarification. Yeah, absolutely. It's not that BRs didn't have other BRs to play. It's you had a certain game within a genre that you liked, but you wanted more of it. But unfortunately, the other games in that genre were way different, but they still fit into the genre, right? So that's all I'm saying is that
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Dinosaur with the resubby, let's go. Good morning, man. How you doing? Happy Monday. Happy Cinco de Mayo, you gringo. Go look at what your boy Shroud said about extraction shooters and needing that I can't lose this stuff aspect or they won't do well. I mean, I agree with Shroud to a certain extent, but I think that people that go into games expecting it to play like a different game, and then because it doesn't play like this other game that's in the same genre, says, well, this game doesn't fit in the genre, are short-sighted. I think that's a short-sighted thought, because you can have a lot of things in a category, right, and be different. They don't have to be exactly the same. They don't have to play the same, but they're in the same. Yeah. So I mean, when it comes to like BRs are pretty much on their way out. We might get a few more. There's rumors that what was it? Halo was getting a BR. There's a fan-made BR game mode that you can download. But there's rumors that the next Halo is going to have a BR and an extraction mode. There's rumors that the next Battlefield is going to have a BR and possibly an extraction mode as well. I think that these are the two genres that most people like. They're the big ones right now, even though BRs are kind of on their way out the door, and extraction / survival games are the big thing right now. But we need a crime scene cleaner BR. There you go. I think that the extraction shooter is the newest genre and everybody wants to have something in there. But when you're a developer, think of it from the developer's point of view. If you create something that's already out there, it's the same. What incentive do people have to jump ship from the game they're already playing to play your game? So you're better off creating something that gives you a similar experience, but different. And that's why we're getting so many different extraction shooters, including TPP extraction shooters. because not everybody wants to play like me. I don't really give a shit about Tarkov. I don't care about Tarkov, right? I don't give a shit. Everyone knows that. I don't care about Tarkov. That's not what I want to play. I want something more arcadey on the other spectrum, which still is an extraction game. And I think there's a lot of people like me as well. They don't care about Tarkov. That's cool. You know, go play your game, whatever. But we want to play something more arcadey. We want to play something that you know, we don't have to put tons of hours into and things. You know, that's just kind of where I am with the extraction shooters. Same with BRs, man. Like I play Fortnite with my kids, but I didn't really care for it. I played Apex Legends, and I'd rather have had a Titanfall 3. You know, I just there are games out there that are in the same genres that I just don't like, but it doesn't mean they're not part of the genre just because they're different than the game that came out before it. We could all say that that PUBG was the grandfather of BRs, and anything that came after it sucks, right? But more people play Fortnite than PUBG. H1Z1 before PUBG was the BR mode. Arma, the Arma mod that came out before that. Excuse me. I need more coffee. Did I see Mistfall Hunter? What is that? You may have already talked about it, but the GTA 6 delay is depressing. Yes, we did cover that. It's all right. It's okay. I wasn't really looking forward to it anyhow. I was going to play it when it came out on PC, but that leads me to the next thing, is that a lot of us were hoping that I personally, I can't say a lot of people, I personally, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that are thinking the same way as me, is that by pushing it back that far, they can do the smart thing and release it on console and PC at the same time. I have a theory to why they're doing console first, but I'm hoping that number one, I'm wrong, and number two, that doesn't happen. So it is what it is. Check it out. PvPvE game coming out. It's Extraction. Mistfall Hunter. There's a lot. There's a lot. That's what we were talking with Metal here about, is that there's a lot of extraction games coming out, and they're not all going to be like Tarkov. Again, I want to see more DMZ like extraction shooter games. I think that'd be fantastic. I like arena. I still like arena shooters. I like the fast-paced, frantic, but they last 5 minutes, right? A typical TDM match of Call of Duty lasts 5 minutes, right? So you have your fast-paced, quick game modes, but for us other people that like to get in and play for a half hour at a time, you have your BR and you have your extraction shooters. And I like that. And I like that there's a variety. We're not all forced to play Tarkov, right? If we want to play an extraction shooter, we can play something that's more arcadey and less grindy than a game like Tarkov. So I love that we're getting more and more options out here, especially when many of them come out and fall flat. DMZ can last either an hour or 1 second, depends on where you land. I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, let's say that you do survive. What is it? Is it 30 minutes exactly? 25? It's 25 minutes or 30 minutes exactly for the last chopper out. I can't remember. Also depends on the map. I know that, yeah. But for the big map, Al Mazrah or whatever, I think it was almost 30 minutes. And that's typically how long a PUBG match would last for the bigger maps as well. Used to. I think it's less than that now. I think they changed the timing. So yeah, so for us that want to get in there and play a game for longer than 5 minutes, that's the joy and the beauty of playing an extraction shooter or a BR. So problem is these studios wait till something trends, then make it, and it's dead on arrival, and things like 33 and Schedule 1 and Boulder's Gate. Yeah. But games like, I don't know what 33 is, but like Boulder's Gate Isn't Baldur's Gate? Isn't it Baldur's Gate? That's an RPG, and that's those genres are always going to remain the same. They don't really change, and they've always been the same for the last 30 years. Schedule 1 is a I don't even know how you categorize Schedule 1. It's such a charming. I would call it's a sim. It's a sim, right? I would just call it a business simulator. Pretty much what it is. Did you see the Night Rain detailed trailer? Discuss the changing maps and class type and all that. Looks awesome. Night Rain? I've never seen Night Rain. What is that? Let's look it up. What is Night Rain? Oh. There it goes. Okay. Night Rain. Oh, Elden Ring? Oh. It is. It's a DLC for Elden Ring? Oh, it's a standalone adventure within the Elden Ring universe, crafted to offer players a new game experience while reimagining the game's core design. All right, so it's Elden Ring's Night Rain. Interesting. Waiting for Caravanners to drop this month, open world RV builder game. Oh, that sounds like fun. That's cool. It's not about what it is, it's how it's pulled, how it pulled it off. It's a new Elden Ring type game. What's different about it? Because that's a Souls-like game, right? 33 experience points, but multiplayer. It's almost like an Extraction Elden. Oh, that's kind of cool. Interesting. Console too, or just PC? Dark Souls roguelite. Yep. Yeah, there was a big war game sale over the weekend. I tried posting a couple things in there for you guys. There's some good games that were on hella sale. I don't know. Is it still going? I don't think it is. No. The game getting hella good reviews. But Schedule 1's been getting fantastic reviews. I still love the game. It's just I think for early access I've kind of reached the end of the game at this point. They have to add a lot. They have to add a lot of things in order to make it playable past where I am in the game right now. So, bitch, I hope GTA gets delayed till 2030 for PC. Oh, man. Well, enjoy those 25, 30 frames. I've been camping everywhere since I was a kid, so games sounded fun. There you go. It does sound like fun. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break and go grab some coffees, and then we'll talk some more. I'll be right back. I hope. All right. I have to do everything by hand today since my tablet took a shit. All right. So what did we miss here? Some say game of the year material. So schedule 1, I don't know. It's a fun game, but I don't know. I was gonna wait till PS6 and give us 60 frames. Well, I mean, we just crossed the halfway point. They said they wanted this year or this generation of console to last 8 years. So I wouldn't expect the new console to come out until 27. Let me show you something here. So I wake up this morning, I'm down here working on this thing, and my tablet's acting weird, and then I noticed the button looks funky. Can you guys see this? The battery inside, I wouldn't say exploded, but it exploded, and it pushed the screen out, which also, the button's all jacked. You can kind of see it moving around in there. But, I mean, this tablet is very, very old. I mean, it's probably 10, 12 years old, but yeah, the screen popped right out of there. Yeah, I can't even get it to turn on, so yeah, she's done. And then I grabbed my other one that I used before this one because this other one was too big for the placement I had on my desk. And this one's dead as a doornail. I can't even get it to charge. But again, this is another, oh, there we go. It's coming up, 3%. We're at 3%. Let's go. So yeah, I gotta wait for this one to charge up now. Shroud said he could see Arc Raiders becoming game of the year. That made him chuckle. That made me, I don't think so. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's gonna be a great extraction shooter, but I mean, it's coming out in September, I think is when they say. We have a lot of games, a lot of fall games. Exoborn, Arc Raiders coming out. We the People are supposedly gonna be out, but I don't know. I don't think I've seen any games come out this year that is game of the year material. I think for indie games, I think Schedule 1 will probably be, unless something else comes out this great, I think Schedule 1 will be like the indie game of the year at this point, but we still have so much more of year left here. I don't know. I think if Shroud said that, I think he's fucking around. I think he's pointing fun at the industry and how gaming is right now. There's a lot of hot garbage out there. We get broken, shitty games year after year after year. So he's finally like, hey, a game that's not broken, that's actually a lot of fun, game of the year. So I think he was just being silly. And it's hard to take him. It's hard because he's such a monotone guy. He reminds me of Ben Stein, Bueller. It's hard to know when he's kidding and joking around because he's so straight-faced. But I don't know. I can't speak for him. That's just my perception. Content, yes. Elden Ring and 33. Fuck, that's a fight. Isn't Elden Ring a 2024 game? Elden Ring's been out since like 23. But this new Elden Ring game comes out later this year, and that's the one he's talking about, called Night Rain. It's a spin-off. So it's not DLC, it's a new game, but it's got a different name. Night Rain, Oblivion, and 33 all game of the year. What the fuck is 33? Yeah, battery's fucked, yeah. It's not, and it's so old, it's not worth replacing, so it's just it's e-waste now. That there, ladies and gentlemen, is e-waste. I have a ton of it in my garage. I'm trying to figure out a way to get rid of it without dumping it in a landfill. Mrs. 1-800 is here. You just call her Beatdown. I haven't played it yet, but Blue Prince is going to win probably. Oh, I forgot about that game. I don't know. So the Blue Prince is a game that either you love it or you hate it. And I'm kind of in between. It was boring to me. It was very boring. I get the puzzles. I get it. It's like an escape room and there's all these cool things to find. I get it, but it's just boring to me. I couldn't get into that one. But again, the last couple of years, the games that made like the indie darling game, like Ballarto, that poker game, I find that game so boring. I played for a half hour and I was game of the year. What? I don't know. Games just aren't the same. I haven't played it yet, but except for vacation. I was until I found it's going to rain the whole time we're there. To all my managers, I'm already in vacation. I'm already in vacation mode, so bring me fun stuff. Yeah, don't bring me problems. You put out your own 33 Expedition. Oh, isn't that Claire Obscure? Is that what it's called? Let's see. There, right there. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Got it. Okay. All right. That's a long, stupid fucking title. So you guys are just calling, you're just calling it 33. Is that the? And now one's at my door every good day. Bye, wife. That poor woman. She tries hiding in her office and people find her. Belarcho's poop. I don't like it, man. I don't get it. It's a deck build, but I don't get deck builders. I don't really give a shit. Like I tried when I was in high school, I tried playing Magic the Gathering, and like I just couldn't get it. I was just like, this is why you're having fun counting all this shit? Like all right, I'm gonna go back and play poker with these fucking guys, or a big thing up here in Michigan. Some of you guys might never heard of it, but euchre is a great game. That's a great Michigan game. For DeUpers play euchre. Euchre's a great game. Crime Scene Cleaner game. You know what, Deja? I'm with you. But Crime Scene Cleaner has been out for a year now, so it wouldn't be a game of the year. Came out August last year, I do believe. It's called 33 because it's long, and how many games you know have 33? Only 2. I gotcha. I would just call it Expedition 33. I don't know. But I don't really care for RPGs, so that's a game that I probably won't play. She needs a George Costanza desk she can hide under and take naps. Yes, until the alarm goes off and they think it's a bomb, or the ticking of the clock. There's a bomb in his desk. Game of the year last year. There you go. I don't know if you're joking or not, but I'm pretty sure Belarto was the game of the year last year. But I'm with you. I think Crime Scene Cleaner for an indie game is a great fucking game. So when I get back from vacation, we have a couple things going on. Number one, oh shit, something comes out on the 12th. Is it the 14th or 15th? We're gonna get Doom the Dark Ages. We will be playing the shit out of that game. Let's see, game releases in May. Let's just look that up. Why not IGN? We'll look at your list first. So there's a lot of games, but Captain Blood. Captain Blood's one of those games that was supposed to come out on it was supposed to come out on like the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 like 20 years ago, and they were 3 months away. This is a crazy story. They were 3 months away from dropping the game, and the studio went under, so they had to shelf the game. It was complete. Like the game was completed, and they never dropped it because the studio went under. Well, fast forward 20 years roughly, and a couple years ago, someone leaked it online, and then they decided to bring it back. So it's finally getting its full release on the 6th, May 6th. It's gonna be PS5, Xbox, Switch, and the PC. So that'll be an interesting game to see. I see High on Life. I'm like, that game came out like 2 years ago. What are you talking? Oh, it's on the Switch. Cash Cleaner Simulator. I think these new sim games are great. May 15th, we get Doom the Dark Ages. That's the one. I thought something was coming out on the 12th or the 14th. Maybe it's a movie I'm thinking of. I think it's a movie. Dune Awakening. I know a lot of you guys were waiting on that game. I never really got into Dune as a kid, so I don't know if I'll play it or not, but that comes out May 20th. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown comes out on May 22nd. Zombie Army VR comes out on the 22nd. That looks interesting. And then, Elden Night Reign, that comes out on May 30th. So there you go. I thought there was more bangers coming out next month, but I guess not. When does the Switch 2 come out? They didn't push that back, right? Because of the tariffs. They're going to release it with higher prices, but they're not pushing it back because of the tariffs, right? I think that's how it works. Game of the year was Astrobot. The fuck is Astrobot? Isn't that the dog from the Jetsons? Astro? Get the Fuck Out's one I want to grab. I've heard great things about that game. It's been out for a long time too. It's been out for like 4 or 5 years, I think. I've heard great things about it. I know it's a robot boy. Oh, he's a real boy. PS5 exclusive. Oh, that's why I've never heard of it. So it'll be on PC in the next month then. Really? Pretty sure Hog and I tried Get the Fuck Out early on. Okay. I've heard good things about it. I just never really crossed my radar. There's always been other things that kind of got my attention. For you console peeps, it looks like Ready or Not's coming to console. I even hate mentioning this because again, I don't. Delta Farce is finally going to release their console version of the game after missing it, which I fucking called early on because they're garbage. So you console people are going to be getting some PC exclusive games here shortly. It's getting positive reviews now. The GTFO, yeah. It's always been a solid game. I think people, again, when we get crappy releases and crappy games come out, I think people get kind of turned off from new games for a while, and they start going back to games that they missed in the last 5-6 years, and that's one of them. I've been doing that a lot though. Games come out and they're hot garbage, like Delta Farce, just big steamy pile of shit. And it's like, all right, well, let's go back and play some other games that we haven't played in a few years. And I've been finding a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of great games that I personally missed in the last few years. Matter of fact, what did I buy over the weekend? I got Zero Caliber VR. It's a pretty cool game, man. It's an FPS for your VR headset. Some of those characters, because you have to dial in your height and shit, the characters you walk up to and they're the same height as you and everything. It's fucking wild, dude. It's wild. The VR gaming is pretty cool. I haven't really had a whole lot of time to fuck with it, but there's a lot of cool shit to do. Cloud gaming through the VR headset for Xbox games is great. I can just sit on the couch with my controller, play some games. It's great. Ready or Not, same thing. You should play Half Sword. Oh, I played Half Sword. We streamed it when they were doing I think it was last year. Was it last January? I want to say, not this past, but the one before. That's the one that's like the rag doll and you have the swords and shit. We played it in like a super alpha version. It was goofy, man. I liked it. I played a lot of these games early on. So it's fun to see like a Road to Vostok. I remember when that was just a beta and you had to like, it was a small little like village area and you had to go into the menu and you had to toggle on the bad guys and you had to like spawn them one at a time to fight them. It was a little weird, but apparently that game's come a long ways since that. And that was 2 years ago, I want to say. But there's a lot of games that I played a couple of years back that were in like alpha stages or there were betas or demos at the time. And that are starting to come out now, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember playing that game. Yeah, all right, cool. Game is fun. Oh yeah. And then we played Chivalry. Have you ever played Chivalry? It's a first-person sword fighting game. That's a pretty cool game too. The problem is it's one of those games that's been out for so long that the only people that play it now are the ones that have been playing it since day one. So if you get in there, just expect to have some fun for a little while before you get extremely frustrated because everyone's kicking your ass. It's not very kind to new gamers, that's for sure. But that was a fun game. We played that when they gave it out for free. They gave out some games over the weekend for free because of the May the 4th. We got what got dropped on us. We got Far Cry 4. We got Anno 1800 and call it Modern Warfare 2, the reboot, not the good one, the reboot. So we got a handful of games dropped since I last seen you guys. Yeah, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga. They gave it out on Epic. I think it's actually still there. If you guys have not received it yet, Epic's got it free until probably an hour ago now. Go take a look though. You get the whole game. It's awesome. You have to buy the little DLC packs, but you don't have to have those. They're just extra characters that do the same thing as other characters in the game. Far Cry 4, if you guys have never played it, that's a great game. I actually did a video on how to beat the game in under 15 minutes. Basically, it's a hidden ending you can get. That video will hopefully be out this afternoon. I finished editing yesterday, and I'll have it out here shortly. So keep an eye on that. But Far Cry 4 is a pretty damn good game. I think you'll like it, especially on PC. Anno, I don't really got into Anno games. I'm aware of them. I know it's a sim game, like a Sim City type game. And then we all know Modern Warfare 2, which I think Microsoft's doing a pretty terrible job of releasing the Call of Duty franchise on Game Pass. Like I personally thought that most of the games were going to be released by August of last year. Like, where are all the older games, guys? What happened? I thought you were going to give us all the Call of Duties. What are you doing? Far Cry Primal was good. Far Cry Primal was so underrated. A lot of people didn't play it because it was kind of a turnoff going back into the caveman days, but it was a solid game, and you could ride a fucking saber-tooth tiger. You could ride a saber-tooth tiger. Like, fire it up and play it. It's a great game. It should be on Game Pass. They need to put it on Game Pass. But they're all pretty good. The only one I didn't really get into and play a lot was Far Cry 2. The malaria kind of turned me off. I got sick and tired of having to deal with that shit. But from 3 on, I beat them all, including Blood Dragon, which is probably the best. Blood Dragon is probably the best Far Cry game ever made. I want to turn this. Oh, it's only 5%. Man, this thing is charging slow. Hello, did you know Far Cry 2 is based on a real life event? I did not, but it doesn't surprise me. It seems like a lot of these games were based on something realistic of some sort. 3 and 4, the best. 3, my personal favorite. Yeah. It's hard to pick a best. I still think that Blood Dragon is my favorite, even though it was small and it was it was really different. I just think the humor and the 80s nostalgia was just amazing. Far Cry 5 is my fave. I know a lot of people like 5 because I think a lot of it had to do with it was set in the US and you were dealing with a cult, which is very, very United Statesy. We got a lot of cults here in the States. So that was different. And then I think New Dawn kind of segueing right into that one was great as well. We'll see what 7 has to bring us. I love Far Cry 4. Yeah, 4 was good. 4 was good. A 3 was great. 4 was great. 5 was great. I know a lot of people didn't really care for 6. I thought 6 was fantastic, but I think it was more so the graphics and the cobbled together guns that you made. New Dawn was okay. Yeah, it was all right. It was kind of like Wolfenstein New Blood. It was kind of like I'm glad they tried something different, but it wasn't really the best. It was a good shot. But it just kind of fell flat, unfortunately. But I love Wolfenstein. Great game. I never got into Just Cause. My kids played it. I never really got into it. It was kind of like Grand Theft Auto, kind of GTA, kind of Far Cry-ish. Big open sandbox world game. I watched my kids play it. It was absurd. They did the shit that they did with their grappling hook. I just never really got into it. My kids played a lot of games that I didn't play. But I was also like really into competitive shooter games at the time, and I didn't really play a lot of other things. I played with them, but like the Arkham games, I missed out on the Arkham Batman games. They played the shit out of them. They had the special editions with the batarangs and all that shit, but I never really got into those games. Never really played them. People keep telling me I need to go back and play Arkham Asylum or City. I can't remember which one it was. City, maybe, I think was the best one. So maybe I will, as we get fewer and fewer good releases and we get garbage games like Delta Farce. I think I'm going to start going back in time and start playing more games that I missed out on. Borderlands 3 being one of them. We played Borderlands 3 last week for what, an hour? For like an hour, and then yeah, you kind of Borderlands has always been a great game though. I'm trying to fire up. I have some games on EA. My wife and I share the EA account because she plays Sims on it, and then I play random shit from time to time. Did you get any games with the gift card or waiting on something to come out? So what I got was, I got that VR, that Zero Caliber VR. I got a game called Beat Hazard, which I already had on another platform, which was a lot of fun. But you can get there's a VR version that they sell on Steam. I got that, which is a lot of fun. And then I ended up getting, which one was it? Renegade Ops. Manic showed or posted that the Renegade Ops was on sale for dirt cheap over the weekend. So I rebought it. I already had it on my old Steam account, which my son pretty much runs that account now. So I bought it again with all the DLC so I could play through it again, because Renegade Ops is a great fucking game. It kind of reminds me of the helicopter games from the Sega Genesis days, the Desert Strikes, was it Urban Strike, Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, all those games. It kind of reminds me of that type of game, but you're in a car. So I ended up buying that. I still have, I haven't really found anything else that kind of captured I still have $35 left. So I haven't really bought a lot. Spent $15. So I'm saving it for something good, man. For something good. And whoops, dropped the ball. Damn, point on the doll where Delta Force hurt you. Delta Force was, to me, is one of the greatest fumbles in a while. It's a fumble. They had a great opportunity to bring back a franchise that had been dormant for too long, and they fucked it. That's, again, if companies are going to start, if they're only going to be concerned with the voices of the 1%ers, then they can't cry when their game falls apart. And that's exactly what they fucking did. They only cared and they only listened to their 1%ers. And they lied to the rest of us. That's where on the doll they hurt me. They bamboozled me, and I'm tired of getting bamboozled. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being involved in something my voice isn't heard. I'm tired of being in the majority on a subject, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. And then they never touch it. Because they only listen to their 1%ers. It's the Call of Duty mentality these developers have, and it's unfortunate. It's gonna be the death of a lot of studios, unfortunately. I have Last of Us Part 2 and just waiting a bit to get it, it gets opt. When did they release that? I still haven't finished the first one. I don't even, I'm like 4 or 5 hours into the game. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I'm in a school in the basement, I think. I have no idea. I still haven't finished the game. This is how it goes when I go to play The Last of Us. I fire it up. I go in the kitchen. I get myself something, a little snack on, get a drink. 5 minutes later, I come in here and it's at 30% shaders. So then I get on my phone, mess with my phone for a minute. I take a drink, play on my phone, take a drink, 50% shaders. My drink is gone. I'm bored on my phone. I shut down the game. that's how it goes when I try to play some of these games. The shaders, man, building the shaders is just, and it's those PlayStation games. It's The Last of Us and Uncharted. Those games, when you want to play them, you better give yourself at least 45 minutes for the shaders to get downloaded or installed or whatever. It's stupid. It's on Steam now. Nice. Okay. Havoc on Netflix. Great watch. Yes, the wife and I watched it when it came out, and we were kind of It's a weird movie. Okay, because it's super slow, man. But then the action sequences feel so out of place because it's like a drama, and then it's like over the top, crazy fucking gore and blood, and it's just, the movie doesn't have balance. There's no balance to it. It's super boring, and then it's super over the top, and then it goes back to being super boring, and then it's super over the top. It's weird. It's a weird movie. It's a weird movie, man. And then we went out and saw, what was it? The Accountant 2, like the day after we saw that, and The Accountant 2 was just a much better movie. So Havoc, unfortunately, is kind of, until you actually mentioned it, I forgot all about that movie. Really, my buddy told me the CGI was horrible and the unlimited ammo from weapons. He's a military. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It was so over the top. I mean, people are taking shotgun blasts. It was like when I played PUBG last week with the guys. I'm shooting people in the face with a shotgun, and it's like, 30% damage. I'm still gonna shoot you in the face, you know? It was ridiculous, dude. People are eating fucking lead, and they're still like, I still have, it's bullets, you know? It was weird. It was a weird movie. The shader, for some reason, crashes my game, or sometimes crashes the entire PC. I was saying earlier, if you really want to stress test your PC, just fire up Gray Zone Warfare. that right there. And I noticed that when I fired up last night, it did the same thing. The shaders, normally the shaders only take a few seconds. I waited probably 3 or 4 minutes for these fucking shaders to optimize or download or whatever. It was crazy. It has Sin City vibes. Bodies dropping, blood flying. Just watched it yesterday. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just weird. It was a weird movie. I like Tom Hardy. Downloaded Warzone 150 gigs before the shaders finished. Wow. That's nuts, dude. Call of Duty's out of control. Call of Duty's been out of control for a while, though. Too bad. Too bad. Let's see what this is at. 7%, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there. Just another 24 hours of of charging. I'm liking Hardy and Mobland. We're gonna wait for that to all to come out, and then we're gonna we canceled a lot of our streaming shows or programs just because we don't use them. Especially now in the summertime, we get rid of pretty much everything. We're gonna finish Andor, and then we're gonna get rid of Disney Plus. We're waiting for the studio to drop the rest of their episodes so we can we'll get Apple Plus back. We just get rid of a lot of stuff, just excess that we don't really need. In the wintertime, we pretty much subscribe to everything just because that's our entertainment. But when spring, summer rolls around, we're not inside as much as possible or as much as you were. So we don't really need all this shit. A new tablet. Well, it's not new, but I threw it earlier. The tablet that I've been using is very old. I use it for my Stream Deck, and the battery popped last night. So the case, I did one of these, and it won't turn on anymore, so it's dead. So I went and grabbed my older tablet that I used before I used this last one. I got rid of this one because it was too tall. The way I used to have my setup, I had my chat screen was vertical. It was in portrait mode, and it interfered with my but I have it landscape now, so I can put things underneath it. So it's kind of a win-win. I get a bigger screen, but I just have to wait for it to charge because it hasn't been used in 2 years. Great cameos in the studio. Yes. Studio's great, man. Seth Rogen's the man. I like Seth Rogen. I think he's hilarious. That's a great show. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It's on Apple. There's 2 shows we watch on Apple. It's that, and then we watch Silo. Silo's a fucking great show. Tired. I don't like Shane Gillis. I don't understand. I don't get the. I don't understand why what people get in him. I don't think he's funny. I don't think he's funny at all. I think what he's doing with Post Malone, trying to bring back Bud Light, as an actual company. I think what they're doing there is kind of funny. It's you know, it is what it is. But even then, I'm kind of like, this is just. I've watched Shane Gillis more time. People are always, oh, you gotta watch his other stuff. You gotta watch this. You gotta watch. So I watch all these videos. I watched his SNL stuff. I watched a lot of his stuff to the point where I'm just sick of the guy. Because people are like, oh, you're not watching the right stuff. You gotta watch more. You gotta watch more. You gotta watch more. It's like when I play a game and I play for like 5-6 hours and people are like, oh, you're not playing enough. You gotta give it 5 more hours. You'll love the game. Like, guys, I know within an hour if I'm gonna like a game or not, you know, but I try to appease to show that I've done my due diligence. I play for another 5 hours, and I'm like, guys, it's still not fun. Well, because you haven't played for 50 hours. You haven't played. If you put 50 hours in this game, you're gonna love the game. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Same thing with this guy. I just can't get him. I don't get him. Although Jason Segel gets a cameo, but hopefully, then that means that's one of the best things he'll be in the last 30 years. Well, 20 years, 25 years. He's been around since 99. So we'll say 27 years. We'll just say 25. We'll just make it easy. 25 years. Jason Segel's been around for 25 years and he hasn't been funny in anything. Nothing. I'll take it back. Freaks and Geeks, he was all right. But I mean, that was his start. Isn't new season dropping soon? Do you watch the Shane Gillis VR sketch? No. No, I have not watched it. No, especially since he just got his VR. You like that PS5, don't you? No, I didn't watch that. I watched some of his SNL skits. The one was like, it was "Don't Give a Fuck" or something like that. And it was basically just prescription beer, and I was like, it does. I guess that one in particular, no matter who did it, it was gonna just be stupid. But I've tried watching a handful of things that he's in, and it's just I just can't get into it. I don't think he's funny. I just don't think he's funny. I don't get it. I don't get it. What else are you guys watching? I'm trying to think of the last thing the wife and I sat down and watched together. We watch a lot of stuff that you guys wouldn't be interested in, but as far as like mainstream funny stuff that you guys would be interested in, I think Andor. We watched the last episode of Andor, which was 3. We tried watching the 4. So the wife and I, Saturday night, we were so tired. We tried to watch the 4th episode of Andor, and we both fell asleep on the couch. Before that, I can't think of anything else we tried watching the last week. There's not a whole lot out there. Again, Accountants 2 was fantastic. Havoc was just okay. I can't think of anything else. What have you guys been watching? What are you guys watching right now? We, the wife and I, we have a list of all these shows we want to watch, and we didn't make a dent. We didn't even put a dent in the list over the winter time like we had planned. So shows like The Last of Us we'll probably never end up watching. I know that there's a 2nd season of that, and that's getting review bombed pretty badly. What else is out there? Mobland, but again, I'm waiting for that to be done before we watch that. There's not a whole lot when it comes to TV shows that I'm interested in. Family Guy had like, I don't know what the fuck happened with that show. They get like 2 or 3 episodes here, and then they go on hiatus for 6 months, and they get another 2 or 3 episodes, and they goes on another hiatus for 6 months. Rick and Morty's coming back soon. That show is kind of Solar Opposites is coming back soon. I love that show. I think Solar Opposites is great. Still have to finish Reacher, Yellowstone. Reacher is great. Reacher is another great show. I think this season was a little... I don't care for this season as much as I did the other 2. Yellowstone, I tried getting into that. I can't. My wife, she forced herself to finish the season 2 or 3. She just... Same thing. She just can't really... It's probably the only Taylor Sheridan show that we're not really into. That and there's that spinoff, that 1923 or whatever. All of his other shows are pretty good. Landman was subpar, but King of Tulsa was great. Mayor of Kingston's fantastic. Jeremy Renner is just amazing. Lioness is another great show. 2nd season kind of got away from the whole Lioness part of things, but it was still a great show. Not a whole lot of really anything interesting out there, which is great for us because we want to spend more time outside anyhow. So all right, so we got a game at 6:30 tonight. We got practice tomorrow. Okay, so I guess since our conversation is pretty much over at this point, let me talk about the rest of the week. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow or Wednesday. I will 95% for sure be here tomorrow and Wednesday. I have no idea what I'm doing though. I know I need to hook up my Xbox so we can try to play some Hitman. We got to get back into Hitman. Maybe we'll play something on PC. I have no idea. I don't know. Wednesday might be a short stream if I do. We got very, very busy days, and then we're on a plane on Thursday. So I will not be streaming Thursday, Friday, Monday, and possibly Tuesday next week. I'll give you guys some updates on what's going on. Keep an eye on Discord. I missed a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff I still need to post from over this past weekend, but I'll be posting things while we're on the run, doing whatever we're doing. I assume there's gonna be a lot of downtime because it's supposed to be fucking raining the entire time we're there. It's like when the McAllisters went to Paris and it rained, or was it Florida? I think it was Florida. They went to Florida and it rained the entire time they were there for Christmas. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm a little bummed. Trying to find the sketch to send you. It's all right. I'll probably get halfway through it and shut it off anyhow. Oh my God, I hope, Smokey. I really hope. So again, I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Again, if anybody's available, anyone wants to play some games, hit me up. If not, then we'll wing it, I guess. I have a lot of ideas over the summer. I want to get some streams going out in the garage. I have to rebuild an engine. Well, it's a head gasket in a 2005 Jeep Cherokee that we're building. I'm rebuilding for my daughter. She gets her license in August. So I will be starting that up soon. As soon as I get back, a lot of stuff's going to be taking place after I get back from vacation. So I would like to start streaming that for you guys. You guys can see me throw some tools around and wrench on a vehicle. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So that is what's happening when we get back. Love a good head gasket replacement. Yeah, but again, I also don't, I get nervous when I start breaking things down on engines because one broken bolt and you just extended the time. You extended the time frame of that job by at least 8 hours. So it's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking when you're wrenching on something and you could feel it slightly move and you're like, oh, don't do it. Then all of a sudden it gets real easy and you're like, no, I snapped the bolt. No. Oh, 6-cylinder, inline 6. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm hoping my brother isn't gonna bail on me. He was the one that was he's a mechanic by trade, so he was supposed to be helping me. And I throw money when people help me, I throw money at them. So he's either gonna be helping me or he found a different job that made him more money. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have a PB Blaster is great. I have a product I use called Nuts Off. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's literally called Nuts Off. Go look it up. And that works great, but you got to let it soak for a while. Fly down. There you go. So I'm working on that, and then once I get the engine done, then I have a little bit, just tiny little bit of body work to do, a good cleaning, and then the previous owner had an amp in the back, and the wiring's still there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just clean it up a little bit. New stereo. I have an amp for her already. I just got to get some speakers, so it should be. she's gonna be spoiled. Yes, she can listen to her SZA. She can listen to her SZA with some good bass in the trunk. Which, by the way, does anybody know? I'm kind of out of. I'm an old man. I'm out of the music scene currently, but apparently there is an artist named SZA. She's a R&B artist, I think, or something, or I don't know. Maybe she's rap. I don't know. My daughter talks about her a lot, and she showed me like the picture of her, and it's spelled SZA, SZA. So I asked her if like, oh, is she a new member of the Wu-Tang? she said, huh? What? It's spelled like RZA, but it's SZA. Come on now. Like that little Nas, what's his name? Little Nas X, when he first came out, I didn't know who he was, and I was like, is that Nas's son or something like that? Like Little Nas X? That's weird. And like my kids are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Nas, like, you know who the fuck Nas is, dude? Like one of the greatest rappers of the 90s? Huh? So then I looked it up, and apparently he has nothing to do with Nas. Didn't even know Nas existed or something. Like, bullshit. When you chose that name, you knew what you were fucking doing. You knew what you were fucking doing, man. That's like if I name myself, like I came out with like, I'm gonna be DM triple X. I'm DM triple X, not DMX. I'm DM triple X. Well, Wait, there was an artist named DMX? What are you talking about? This is an original name here. You know, yeah, that is what it is. Thieves. They're all thieves, man. All right. It's 12:40. With that being said, I think I'm going to call it a day. I think we've reached the end of conversation. I had a good conversation though. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. We had a lot of talky talk. A lot of good things to talk about. I don't mind doing this. I think it's a lot of fun. Matter of fact, my wife keeps telling me, just turn into a podcast. Before you stop streaming, I want to see you do a week of podcasts. Just do a podcast and see what happens. I'm like, okay. So we got a podcast coming in June. We got a week-long podcast coming out soon. We'll see how it goes. It's not going to be a Rogan. I wish it could be Rogan. It'd be funny if it was a Rogan. Then I would actually shave my head and I'd wear a big goofy headset like he does. That'd be fun. And I'd have on some goofy ass guests. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Everyone have a fantastic Monday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I hope you guys celebrate it properly, you gringos. And I will see you tomorrow. We'll do something tomorrow. I don't know what. We'll do something though. All right, guys. Peace out.